Welcome to another session of 15-minute mentoring. And this week, let's, let's go back. Last week, I made some trades, and that caused me to think that I was not doing them correct. And the reason that I was not doing them correct is I was trading remotely, meaning I put automatic orders and I went away from the computer and I missed a lot. I miss a lot, and again, when you are away, you can capture things that you're doing when you are in front of the computer, but you need to develop also a system, not just, put orders and just, you need to follow some, I call it like a playbook to when you're away. And by doing this, definitely you can get better results. And we'll show you some examples. And definitely, I could do it much better. Question that you need to ask yourself, okay, about these orders. First, you need to think and see what the market is doing. Again, trend is your friend, and definitely it's going to help you. But there's other occasion that, again, you need to think, and then according to this, you need to evaluate how to put your actions. And other things, what's the reason of these trades? If it's a catalyst or market stock. Because if it's a catalyst, there was some stock on Friday, I can't remember the name, that was, doing hundreds of percentage. And I don't think the market has any connection. There was some catalyst there. And so again, when you have a catalyst, you can actually get better, push your edge in your orders than in a regular trade. Another thing that we're going to see if it's a reversal or breakthrough, but definitely you need to go and see, for example, the ATR of the stocks, how much the stock already did, okay? Because this and the R volume, you have to think if it's going to your favor. So, for example, if the stock did already, let's say the ATR is 2 points and already did 1.8, and the relevant volume is basically less than 1, whatever, and let's say you want to take some trades there and it's already did most of his action, definitely I will not take it, as a regular trade, but definitely as a trade that I want to start and put orders in remote. So these are the things that it's pretty easy, to clean all crappy trades. Another thing that influence is what part of the day. If it's the beginning, definitely there's much more momentum, passion. If it's lunch, maybe I can reduce the targets because usually at lunch sometimes the trades are much slower, and definitely if it's the power hour. So this is a very important factor. Which part of the day are we doing this? Another situation that can be addressed and you're going to see the results is, are we close to the first target? Sometimes, um, let's say my target is 2 hours and I'm 1 or something and I have to. So instead of doing something spontaneous, you actually can set the rules for that. Another thing, what type of trade are you in? So if it's, for example, A plus setups, that actually you know that this trade has much more edge, maybe you can actually change your actions just because it's a unique type of trade. let's see the solution for this. So when I'm trying to think about, putting the orders uh, into actions, I need to see immediately what kind of, where is the support resistant on the reversal. Usually I prefer to do it on the reversal because I'm already have the point. I'm having a good risk reward. Again, every trade, automatic, not automatic, I have to get a good risk reward. For me, a good, at least towards the 1 to 3, 1, 2.5, let's say, but definitely something with edge. If it's 1 to 1, not my type of trade. So in reversal, I can see those area much clearer. Now, if it's a breakout, I need much more time frame, and sometimes even for reversal, we can see much more time frame because if we're breaking the high of the day, we have to see where is the next resistance, and again, you're going to see in the example that it can actually give you very good ideas where to go from. First partial, I think again, if the support resistance maybe are pretty close to that, but roughly if you don't have any ideas, I'm trying to do at least towards to 1 to 2. So again, if I have a good risk reward in the trade towards the 1 to 3, so 1 to 2 again. For the first partial, I think it's the right ideas. Or if we are actually close to this, and you're going to see on the example, if on the way we are pretty close to round numbers, it's not just, 20, 30, something like this, even 0.50, something like this. If I'm shorting a little bit above the 50, I can actually throw the order for the first partial just to be secure and just to be, I can't say the word sure, but that I'm going to get, the partial. And of course, you have to split because you're going to see sometimes when you're remote, the trade works better. So you can actually put different orders, first partial and the stop, and the second partial and the stop. We didn't talk about the stop, but let's say if I'm in a trade already, it depends on how much time, and I'm already started to develop toward profit, I definitely can put my stop a little bit above the entry. If I'm just starting the trade, I definitely can use split the partials, but still keep the original stop. Because a lot of times at the beginning you can get some retest and I can be kicked out. So I don't want, especially if I'm not around the computer. And again, if the stop, and you're going to see one of the example of IBM, market stock that is going with the market, and maybe a little bit even stronger, really good advance, and I can actually push a little bit my limits on the partial, and it can give me really good advantage. Another thing we talked earlier, if I'm close to the first partial, what I definitely can do, and this is I usually do, is I'm putting the second partial according to what we just discussed, but on the first partial, since we're close, I can actually throw trailing. And it's really important to do the right trailing, so it depends on the spread of the stock. Usually I'm kind of, if the spread is X, usually I double it. Because I want to give it a space, and again, sometimes using trailing can give you really good execution. So, but minimum like maybe 4 cents, not more than this. Although last week I even did 3 because I was getting towards round numbers and I want to squeeze as much as I can. There was 1 cent spread, so I actually did 3 and it was pretty good. Now, before getting into the examples, I wanted to introduce my one-on-one mentoring program. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to take a few minutes to rant, but now what are you going to get better? Will you turn that frustration into fuel to do the work? That will make you a better trader. Our answer will be seen in your future P&L. Mike Bellafiore, SMB Capital. I had the privilege to meet that guy 2 years ago, something like this, and definitely I learned a lot. So if you want to, establish a solid trading plan, trade live with me. Uh, Between sessions, we're gonna go over, analyze, uh, prepare a risk management, and I think this is the right program for you. After reviewing the playbook of how to set the rules for automatic orders when you're away and the trade's still there, I want to go back to trades that I did last week and try to see if I could actually take this and analyze and make those trades better. So that was the trade that I took on IBM. This beautiful reversal, I got it, and then I have to go out, and then I just put one order a little bit before. So I got almost 1 to 5, which was better. Now, if I were thinking a little bit away from the comfort zone, which again, this is the strongest resistance that we have, let's put a little bit before, and if I'm watching IBM, it's a market stock, and I was watching again all the time. It's important to see what's the market. So you see the market was around the view up, and around 1 o'clock, it started together go high. Now IBM was stronger than the market. Definitely, you could see it here. So take a stock that is stronger. It's definitely has much more values than you do just taking stock that is not doing nothing. So if I'm watching here again, the first target around this level here, which I actually saw everything was make totally sense. But then when you have all-time high, how can you refer to this? And the easiest way is again, let's go to the swing area. So if I'm watching next resistance, we have 136.30 and then we have 138. So basically I'm not here. So my options are less, but definitely to put around 136, the second partial, again, automatic orders, half or even 3/4 here, up here, and then another quarter around the 136. Of course, a few cents before, so you're not going to be kicked out. Again, not a big spread, maybe even 6, 7, 8 cents, not big spready stock. Then you can actually capture much more. Now let's go to the tragedy of Friday. Friday, I want to show you 2 trades that I did. The tragedy was this. Again, really good trigger, SYF. 41, I think it was 20, yeah. Around this level here, like 20 cents stop. Bear flag, stop was here and got in, and then it looks pretty strong, pretty weak. And I even decided to add another half around the 41, and then I went off. I went away. What did I do? So I saw that the low of the day was 39.80, but yeah, definitely strong area will be resistant, which was actually the right things to do, is the 40. One thing that I screw was that I was not watching the spread. So what I did, I actually put, I think, 40.056. Now, if you see the low here was 40.03, but because of the spread, I didn't get it. Now, my stop was exactly above 41. So basically, instead of getting really good chunk. I was green, but this is pathetic. This is stupidity. Again, if I had started with 20 and I add, definitely, how could I do it better? Around the level of a little bit above the 50, with around 2.5 first unit, I had to put half, okay? And then another one before the 40 again. Watch the spreads, and then, for example, if there was a little bit more spreads, you're not going to put 40.05, you're going to put 40.10, 12. You're not there. So you have to be much more careful. So you could see that I almost made amazing trade, and this is what I got at the end. Now, I want to show you another half example. Um, this is a trade I did here on Tesla, okay? And again, that was the high of the day around here. So I was there. I was waiting to see. Again, if I was not around, definitely I will put something a little bit before. But since we actually passed here the 39, I got some partial like 41. So it was a nice trade of pretty good. Then there was the retest. So definitely I raised my stop and then I went. Now, what did I do? How did I manage it remotely? I was just watching some levels. For example, levels of, since it was the eye of the day, I was watching the day before and the daily. So that was a very strong, you could see yesterday around 850, what was the number? 850 something? Yeah. So because Tesla have spread and something like this, what I did, I think I did 40, 54, 4, something like this. So basically, actually, around 55 here, I got a nice partial. So here, maybe because, I took a partial and then I was in the money and I was thinking much more clear. The other example, it was just, again, I, so what happened, I could kill myself. Really, it's really pathetic. I was very, I don't know, greedy or even stupid that I didn't see maybe the spread and just, let all this money, go away. So again, when you are away from your computer, it doesn't mean that the trade need to be stopped. Spend a few seconds, understand, and sometimes you can be amazed that when you are away and the orders are automated, the trade can actually, the result can push your edge much more than if you were in front of your computer. Falling knife is one of the strategy that's a little bit more advanced, that you actually can take advantage of a situation that happened and make a nice profit. But if you want to learn how to trade, how to prepare for the trade, how to use risk management, analyze your results, and cause your trading to be better, join me to my mentoring one-on-one, which you're going to do everything live, trade, do the technical, in order to cause you to be a better than you are. Main focus going forward. So trade can still develop while you are away. So don't think about even if you are getting, if you need to get out, the trade also need to be out. Spend minutes to evaluate the trade position before stepping away. Again, market condition, time frame, hour volume, ATR, all those things, really spend not more few seconds and definitely you can get a better uh, price action for the trade. Use bigger time frame to evaluate the potential. Don't be too greedy on the first portion of the profit. You just saw what I beautifully did with SYF, throw so much money. Spend time before leaving to capture the potential. Sometimes when you're away, the trade can work even better with the right action. And we do it because we want the trades to grow. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your system. Your goals is your desired outcome. Your system is the collection of daily habits that will get you there. This year, spend less time focusing on outcomes and more time focusing on the habits that precede the result. James Clear, Atomic Habits. And every session and every trade and every meeting that we have, we are doing this because we need to crush our limited beliefs.